Hi guys, so I'm going to make this video for Ultimate 4 Guns. Wanted me to give an update on the pokies and how much do I have and the sorts. So before I do that, I'm going to give you some updates on the mature males that belong to Tarantula Canada. I called them up requesting if there's any updates, and there has. Okay, so the first one was Mark, my green bottle blue, Chromatopanda Sandy Pubescens. You know that one that hit hard, the crickets and tarantula feeding video 21. Well, he hasn't been mated yet. They're probably going to mate him in due time, hopefully. If not, I can always take him back and mate it with my mature female. But I don't want to mate her yet because I want her to get a good molt. If you mate your tarantula before she molts, or when she's in pre-molt, you're going to lose the sac, and you don't want to do that. The P. poker, the Panama Blonde, has been mated and hoping for an egg sac. The P. reduncus may have been munched. I hope that's not the case because P. reduncus are pretty hard to come by in Canada. And good old Mr. Leahy, he seduced a female, but unfortunately after the mating he died. Yeah, so I think he can get eaten by the female. I believe he just died of natural causes, but they successfully mated him, so I can always send Randy over if they need a mature male. He's a bit younger than Leahy. Alright, let's get on to the Pokie video. Guess I'll do that. So I think I have, what, 11 Pokies now? Okay, this one we might not see, but she was featured in my Tarantula theme video 25. Freshly molted Pocotheria rufilata, the red slate ornamental. Yeah, she's reclusive. She went inside that flower pot and she doesn't come out. This is not a Pokie, but it's worth updating. This is my Trinilo-Chilus lagardi. This is the Fort Hall baboon. Maybe I can actually get it out. T number 2 is a Pocotheria ornata, the fringed ornamental. This is a 5-inch male. Not wet mature yet. You can tell by the brownness in his colors. Washed up carapace patterns. Not so visible abdominal patterns. These are typically visible in your sexing your pokies. Whenever they appear brown like that, it means that they're usually male. But I don't think this looks like a female at all. Okay, guys, I want to warn you that these tarantulas, pokies, are not necessarily aggressive species, but it's not the species you really want to play around with too much because they can be very defensive if they're cornered. They pack severe venom, and these are lightning fast, as you saw in my tarantula feeding video, the most recent one. Guys, please don't buy pokies just because they look cool. They can really do serious damage, and this is not a spider to be buying as your first one. If you really want to start dealing with pokies, I really strongly suggest you start with the Avicularia genus, like the pink toes. This will prepare you of how to keep an arboreal in general. Then you start off with your Salmopoa species, you know, like the Cambridgei or the Erminia, the sun tiger, and the Cambridgei is the chevron. Then you can also buy the Salmopoa pulcher Panama Blonde, or the P. reduncus, the Costa Rican orange mouth. But those are kind of hard to find. But those are great tarantulas to start off with to prepare you for pokies, because they act like pokies, very similar, except they don't have the bad venom. So you're pretty much safe here. So that's my ornata. So now I'm going to show you my Petersoni. Here's my smaller Petersoni, which you saw from the latest feeding video. She just nailed that adult-sized cricket. So he's about 3/4 of an inch. and I paid it for him about 25 bucks. These are probably one of the cheapest ones next to Regalis. I know in the UK you probably can get adult females for next to nothing here. Just because the Canadian hobby is not really that great and very large, so something like P or not, a 5-inch female could run into about 200-300 bucks. Yeah, that's the joy of living in Canada. Not much tease. And here's my mature male, Pokie petersoni, the ghost ornamental. I raised him up as a 1/2 inch spiderling. Pretty much the same size as my other one that I bought. And yeah, he's mature male. You can tell by his fading colors. And he's just chilling there. Alright, let's do some more pokies. Pokie number 5 is my Pokie formosa Salem ornamental. This is a 4-inch female. And yeah, they look cool. What I really like about these pokies is that they're quite unique. They are pretty much distinct from a Regalis or fasciata or petersoni, and even striata. They have different abdominal patterns and carapace patterns. And females, like the one you see right here, it's pretty much beige colored and has purple highlights, especially when after they molt. So I'll give you a little example. Hope she doesn't get out. And you can see the highlights. Purple everywhere. Almost. Really cool species to get. Awesome. Here's the largest one that I have. This is the first Pokie I ever bought. This is my Pokie regalis. This is Pandora. She's about a 6-inch female. And yeah, very strikingly beautiful. You know, the gray, the black, and the yellow warning legs you can see. Starting to have purple highlights on them. And she's lightning fast though. But I raised her from a 1.5-inch spiderling. In about 2 years, she's about that size. She's sub-adult right now. He's got up to having a 8-inch leg span. So she's pretty huge. Pokie number 7 is a Pokie metallica, the Goody Sapphire Ornamental. It's in my opinion one of the most beautiful pokies out there. Fortunately this one is really not my favorite. My favorite one is the Pokie safusca, the Candy Highland Ornamental. I only have the lowland form. But she's pretty cool. And she's probably one of the most expensive pokies that I bought. I bought her as a 1/2 inch. No, sorry, as an inch for 200 bucks. Yeah, right now the prices for P metallica are starting to go down now because they're starting to breed more readily, and they're much more widely available now. Considering back 5 years ago, these were really expensive. Now I think the most expensive one is the Pokie smithy, the yellow-backed ornamental. I would love to have those. Yeah, all I'm missing is the striata and the smithy. Then I would have a complete Pokie collection. So here's my metallica. So now there's other ones to show. Pokie number 8 is a Pokie fasciata, Sri Lankan ornamental. Very similar to the Regalis, except it has a different carapace pattern and abdominal patterns. Same temperament, pretty defensive if cornered. This one might be a male because I can tell that he's starting to brown just like my petersoni. So hope that's not the case. And yeah, she's Jen and she was pretty fast in that feeding video. Probably one of the fastest I've ever seen so far from her. Pokie number 9 is a Pokie Miranda, Bengal Spotted Ornamental. This is one of my favorites, third one. You can tell by the legs, it's pretty special and unique compared to the Regalis. It's got cool carapace patterns and abdominal patterns. And I really like this spider because, you know, the carapace patterns make it look aggressive. This is one of my more calmer pokies. Very slow, doesn't move that fast. Somewhat predictable. But then again, it's a pokie and you don't want to try to mess with them. And yeah, pokies are pretty unpredictable, so you don't want to handle them. Even though that they may appear to be docile, just don't take chances with them. So only 2 more left. Alright, so I removed the sphagnum moss to view this video, this pokie. This is my 10th one. This is a Pokies tigrina wesselli. This is the Wessel Tiger ornamental. This is a 1.5" sling. Pretty rare in Canada. I paid about $100 for a sling this size. And yeah, they get pretty cool. They attain the usual pokie length, 7 to 8 inches. Pretty much a combination of Miranda, Safaska, and Formosa lookalikes. That's going to be pretty cool when she gets larger. And yeah, she has a fat butt, so I'm hoping she's going to be molting. This one's a female, I believe. And yeah, it would be pretty cool if it is. And finally, my last pokie. This is a Pokies Safaska lowland form, commonly called the ivory ornamental. It's, in my opinion, one of my most favorite ones. It's a different pokie than I've ever seen. I pretty much like the highland form. I don't have one yet. I'll get one in due time. Just get about 7 to 8 inches. It's too bad we won't be able to see her. Maybe if I can try to prod it. I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that, but no. No, I don't want to do that. She's pretty reclusive in her burrow. And yeah, here's my pokie video. To tie up this video, let's look at my 2 Goliath bird eaters, T.blondi. Here's one of my blondies. This is Gretel. Not the one that I got from the expo. This is the one I always had before. As you can see, it's starting to discolor heavily around the area. So she's in pre-molt soon, which is awesome. Now let's go see Drusilla. Here's Drusilla. This is my blondie that I got from the expo. And again, you can see the discoloration. She's almost in pre-molt. And she's pretty cool too. Huge abdomen. So I asked the dealers, what did they feed it? To get that abdomen so large, they fed it mice. And mice is a really strict no-no, especially for T.blondies, because they have chronic molting problems. Yeah, she's pretty big. She's almost, Zilla's probably actually slightly bigger, but they're pretty damn close in size. So once again, here's Drusilla. And here's Gretel. Big difference. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace, guys.